Lord, it's a lot of helicopters I normally do. I don't think. My fault. I know my face probably look bad. I need chapstick. Ain't got no makeup on. But it is what it is. So anyways, I'm just sitting out here thinking about the wars and rumors of wars, and I don't know what to think about the chief of staff. Maybe this is one of these people that should lose their job, but it almost made me wonder, like, about the whole thing. If these people been doing something, say the country never got back up and running, since up into pieces, and I feel I be with this yet. Like, should I be wondering sometimes, like, why I ain't worried yet? Like, all these nasty intentions. The only thing I would think is, like, if there was somebody in power for a long time, like somebody we think dead, but they're really not dead, like an old president or something. And that the lies that these people could have told on somebody behind their back. But why do we even, the groups that they're telling it to in the courtrooms that they're going, because you know it's a lie. So they have to find your clones and shit like this, and raiding Buckingham Palace, if there's a such thing, and taking everything, and raiding the White House and taking everything. It's like, how American is this? And this is like a bunch of rappers or family. The other mind-blowing thing is that they're using my power. How? To try to make somebody seem like they see things, you would feel that way. But I don't feel that way. Despite what they try doing, you're still that you could be traced or something like this. You could, like anybody else, and we know where it's at when we need it. But this is what I'm saying. If they've been working on systems to delete that, I feel like people been working over there in the east of the garden, deleting shit, files, evidence, proof. It's almost like, how do you feel even if black people were able to take down the government and then do what? Even the celebrities, a lot of them don't know how to manage their money on their own or to invest. And the people that's telling them what to invest in, these are people that, when you're listening to these are people with money, right? Whether it's theirs or somebody else's. The only way this person is really telling you where to invest to put your money somewhere is if they got the upper hand in a collapse or a system like this or a situation like this. So I was just sitting here and I'm like, so what's up? And I pulled 3 cards from my big fat deck. And we got the Tower. Just to do a random, because I'm tired of having something already on my mind. So I just wanted to do something random real quick. We got the 5 of Pentacles. And we got this Son of David, or a fake Son of David, that's been using the resources to win in a bad way in reverse. So I don't have any tarot out here. I just have the this one. I know that, and I'm thinking like, shit, if these people kidnap my man or my person, gave him a high ranking position in Washington, and this person started a new family or something like this, a fake Washington family, a TV family or something, like, but they knew that I'm the child. I was the golden one. I was the one that was supposed to be picked. It kind of offends me because this is about somebody's dick, some kind of power or something, right? Some kind of big dick energy. I think that these people still have access to me, which means this could be one of my clones that was kidnapped from a hotel or something like this, likeness somewhere. It's like that person, whoever that is, can't be, because this ain't me standing beneath, behind, or nothing like this. When I speak, I'm speaking forward directly. So this is a ram in reverse. This could be somebody that they think is wise or something because of these connections that these people have had. Whether these are like, I'm getting iOS, like OS, or these things for like Apple computer, like processor systems. Like these could be people with processor systems that's processing situations or controlling other people's lives. Like, oh, I don't want this person back in my energy, and somebody's been having a position where they can say, go back into her energy, and these is the people that's going to be finding, we're going to find them dead. Like, that's why I said, they be like, oh, America, oh, things is crimes is, don't go talking about these people like this. But you can't fool nobody, or you can't scare nobody. They all their names out, they hands is full with blood. I know they watchers. I know that they're all siphoning off of my main source of information, so much so that I can't even always navigate and know exactly what I need to know to move forward. So why would I be in competition with one of them people? If I was steroids, and I know that steroids is if I know this lifting competition, they're going to actually test you to see if you're taking that shit. If you found to take it, you're getting kicked out of the competition. If I am steroids, or if I'm a source, or you're stealing my information or my intel or my intellectual property, and then you're competing with me, I'm not going to take you serious. You could look better than me. You could be seeming to do better than me. You could have more views than me. I'm not taking it serious. I'm stopping it right there. These people did not have, but you didn't have this intel. Something about the son of Christ, or the son of something, or the son of the son, or something like this as well. Well, the the first son had your time or something, but the person didn't. They didn't get to close up no chapters. Like, everybody's here to do certain things, to put their little stones and the pebbles in the tree or whatever like this to make their mark. You can't just skip over the most valuable person. If I was chosen to be the number one big horn that's going to come up, yeah, you could have tried to skip me and make a whole group of people that was watchers of me into that horn. But they didn't do it like I'm supposed to do it. And then you move on to one of my children and make them or something, or something in the floor. It's like putting wallpaper over a big ass gash or a hole in the floor of like a nightclub or something, instead of putting wood or repairing the floor. And then somebody falls down in there and ran. For a wise person, these people is getting a time. Okay. I mean, I just put up John and desist, but somebody could be say that this is a outside child of Martin Luther King in Coretta. These are not that you seen on TV as their. These are not the people that you see. This is also the big scheme of things. Whoever you see on TV, that's not the real children of these people. If I'm the world card, if anything, some of these children were created off of my image mixed with somebody else's. Okay. So energy, like the ones that was really smart, they like Beyonce and Blue Ivy, real Blue Ivy, not the one after the Lion King premiere. But still, that's not that. It's almost like that's why these people are supposed to like step to the side or pass those things over when the sun is rising or something. And like I said, these could be bots that were created or whatever. There's also it's like as above, so below. There's somebody that was actually created something like this, a regular person in this world. Just like Beyonce, there's a regular person in the world. I don't know. I can't tell you how to tell you how what this is. What we see, the idols that you worship, because the real people are 100%, 50% of So I just put this up. And so we got this white ram. Somebody was looking at this person as like pure or clean or innocent, but somebody's not. And we got this wise owl here. Again, John Ramsey looks a lot like Martin Luther King to me, but they whitewashed him. And this could be who's trying to take my seat or something here. This could be a father, okay? Martin Luther King, before he became Martin Luther King, this could have been also a part of this particular family unit or something like this. These are into fame. They are the ones that seed, C-E-D-E, the earth, or the lower ranking ones in the family. Even if there's some high ranking ones mixed in there, you could have been one of the people that they mixed with. And they figured this out. And then they said, oh, we don't have to need this person. I got a child from you and me. I can just take this child and present it to the royals or present it to this, archetype or this group. And then I could get in with this child. I don't really need you. Imagine being somebody on earth and hundreds of people that have done this, thousands, because you came here and you. That's why I was just thinking somebody's trying to make somebody feel like you're speaking about the torment or something to make you some kind of way is like you're begging or pleading. We're not. We're pointing out signs. We're giving a testimony. But and hang me on a tree. You know what I'm saying? And then maybe I could feel the effects. I don't get the thousands and the hundreds. It's like you're wasting your time or something. And it shows the guilt. But whatever they've been doing for the past 20 years was to break down any type of security that one would have, where people will listen to the story and actually go to work and start breaking down or busting up this ring or whatever this is. What is seemingly like that. Okay. So we got the Hierophant here. After that, this could be a Taurus Hierophant. Look at that as a rat, or this could be like this Ratatouille energy, like up on his soul. And we have the Three of Swords. Something like this. Just said that. The Three of Swords. I'm not even saying none of these people did nothing, but covered up the lie about who I am and what I'm supposed to be doing. And instead of me doing it, they were doing it. And they thought to walk away from it, steal everything, take everything valuable from it, and then drop it on my head and make me pay for the sins of it. You know what I'm saying? Or create and kidnap and do something with children that belong to me, that came from the fruit of my womb. And then take them children on into the future and try to leave the mother behind. Or separate the children from the mother and bring them to a father that's been estranged from the mother in another land. I don't know. These children that you seeing that scattered and they calling your name now, they did this X, Y, Z. Did they, or did you? Or did the handlers have them do it? Because some of these children could be cyborgs, some of them could be vampires, some could be werewolves, some could be whatever the fuck they is. Okay, some could be anything here. All right. And this wars is not an ending. All right. We got the King of Swords energy here. Some wise masculine energy here. I kind of don't like it because we got the Fireflies here. Something is picking up little by little, but we've been getting that a lot. I don't think that this is anything that's going to turn into any kind of bright light or to change the situation. I think it's shedding light on some type of sacrificial energy, because you see this little bird here. Necessary to put the swords in it, or that's what they were going to do. So somebody could have just tried to knock you down a notch or something like this, but they decided to leave you out, or a wounded brother, or I don't know, something like this. Okay. But I don't like the fact that these two people are being or somewhere, but they're going to simply get here. Disabled, but destabilized was about like I say to come out. Somebody to the point where they're just worn out a little bit, or they can't go as fast, as strong, as hard, or walk as quick. Also, this is giving me anybody that has to take that journey in the winter time. In the Bible, when it said, oh, don't let the woman be pregnant during winter time. Or this could be also cold. I'm getting Ice King energy. So this could be like when it's cold outside. I got the month of May. Okay. So I kind of don't like that. Okay. And then we got the moon here. So somebody is hiding something. Whatever this is, somebody been digging around in your garbage. This could be, I don't know. I don't want to sound gross, but I'm getting like sanitary napkins. Because the swan energy, whoever the swan energy is, the Knight of Cups, this person is in reverse. Somebody's been gone a long time here. Possibly. The white swan. So we got black swan, white swan energy. The white swan could be in the reverse. Okay. Or somebody that somebody thought was pure and, you know, beautiful. Somebody seen another part of this person. Okay. Yeah, with the frog here, with the Two of Swords, this could be somebody that's want to be in the upright and seen as a Two of Swords, or this person that's in the dark, or something like this. This could be like an amphibian race. We have people with this kind of DNA walking around. You can tell when you look at them. All right. That's all I'm saying is that lets me know that I had to be Adam at some point in time in this journey, because, excuse me, somebody wants somebody to go back to the garden too. It's almost like somebody planted me in this particular house with the way that something is lined up or something, so that they can strip me and then send me back to the garden. But the royals or something like this could be more north, or other people with other status, or retired, I don't know, screenwriters and shit like this. This kind of neighborhood is like what this remind me of. But again, we have this Two of Swords energy with this frog prince or this frog queen or something like this. Okay. This could be this person. The Bible says that these people are not supposed to be a part of the kingdom. All right. Somebody's a fake. This could, I'm hearing like something like when it says I'm going to send out the frogs, or, you know, when somebody spoke, some frogs came out of their throat. Somebody is somebody, I don't even think if you kiss this person, they're not going to turn into a king or a prince. Okay. Somebody could have lied about something here. I thought I just seen an Ace of Swords. So they're not going to turn into a prince. This could also be to somebody changing your documents or something like this, or your docket. All right. All right, to make it seem like somebody's a wounded warrior or a vet or somebody that's retired. All right. Or like I said, somebody turning you ugly into some green slimy thing or whatever. And now you need some healing from somebody, or you need to love somebody in order to not be a frog, or get, you know, somebody's first kiss or the kiss of true love, and then you won't be a frog no more. But these are silly people that they don't know what it's really like to put God first. All right, so we got the Ten of Pentacles here in the reverse. There could be a woman here or a man that was trying to disperse a Ten of Pentacles from the Queen Bee to all these different women or all these different people. It's not going to work. That's what I said. Whoever this is, she looked like I told your ass to stay away from that playground. I didn't want to have to go to the emergency room, you know, sit up in there for hours with your stupid ass. You know what I'm saying? I told you to stop. You know how mommy was like, I told you, Moana, don't go no further. That we should stop right there or whatever, right? So that can be what somebody's doing. And then we have the Ten of Pentacles here. So this could also be husband and wife, or wife and husband. Because again, your husband, I could be a girl, right? I could be a lady. I could be married to somebody that look like a male, but they're really a woman, or they're really feminine, or they have been brought down to that nature by a group that they thought they was joining, and they ended up being like a little bus boy when the person showed them the world, made them think they was gonna be on top, and then they bust this nigga down or this female down until a bus boy or something, right? But this will also be If I'm a part of original man, meaning that just like Moana, those men came and put those stones there, and now she was the girl that was going to come put that stone there, right? Um, this could be kind of something like that too. What was I gonna say? Where somebody could be upset about that part, that somebody is a girl or something, and they didn't want you to be able to do this, or me. But she worked for it. Nobody else, nothing like this happened since her dad was young and he went there with his friend, and this is the bad thing that happened. She would be the first one. She's a girl and she's the first one to do this. But I was thinking also this could be a woman. The definition and etymology for woman, if you read down far enough and you examine the word, it can mean men, women, and children. Just like he once in the past, it used to mean her or she. So you have to look at it kind of like this way, because it could be that at some point in time during this relationship, somebody could have swapped my man. If the person passed away, instead of giving me all my stuff back, they could have just went to Africa, made a clone, it's cheaper there, brought this person back here to sit next to me all this time. You get what I'm saying? And so we're not dealing with man. Say me and this masculine energy, things was going good because we were both from man. We were from groups that you could trace far back on this land mass. Something to happen when he went over there, or he went to the other side of the aisle. Something happened to him. And then they brought me something else that's not the same pedigree. But you can't tell. You're not thinking about, the pedigree on this person dropped. I think that this might drop my ranking or something. Or, the purpose is for you not to know that your real person passed away. Duh. So now the woman is I could say my man all day, but it's really a woman. And what the ancestors here on this soil was saying, because if you go back to when women were fighting for the right to vote, women were already voting vastly throughout the nation. So we couldn't have been talking about somebody saying because you have boobs you could not vote. What my ancestors was really fighting for was the fact that whether they was Moors or whoever the fuck they was, we didn't want them coming over here voting. You've been here for a year or something, and you saying who should be the president, or what should go on with me and my tribe, or what's going on with our vibe. Do you understand what I'm saying? So when the civil rights and stuff like this happened and they were doing that, a lot of these chieftains and these people from these tribes or whatever, what they didn't know when they was like, okay, everybody, I can't remember what this is called. They said, come on, everybody, come over here to Washington, line up or whatever, and try to get your thing to vote or whatever. What the clause was for this is for these people and these chieftains to leave behind everything, their land, their resource, their claim to these tribes, so that they can go vote and make a change. And that's hundreds of years, and we still waiting for that change because it hasn't happened with any of these presidents. So I did a very extensive video on women's rights to vote. This is when I used to title my channel, when I was doing research, okay? You couldn't have been talking about, even in that area, women were voting. So why would you be fighting for something if they can already do it? Now, you could have created they could have created challenges when you go to the ballot or something. Somebody see you fill out the ballot, put it in there, they take it out and throw it in the trash in front of you, and then you're like, what? I just feel. So what? Move on. We gotta have other people. The little prejudice shit that people could have been doing or something here. But it's my opinion from my own research that that's what was going on here. So a lot of these people that could have been coming over here across the border or from anywhere else, it's like they're making decisions on what Americans can do, and this is what the ancestors did not want. These were people that were prominent in, I told you, maybe like even you go further with the around the time of the slave codes, the same type of thing was going on. But they were like aristocrat, like black people with nice peacoats and, nice, dresses and stuff like the fancy ladies used to wear back then. They had nice, buildings and churches, very nice, that they would go in for meetings and shit like this. If you go look back at newspaper clippings or articles, if you go look back, you will see prominent so-called black people, even in the late 1800s, on some shit, looking like, $1 million, little watch, little stopwatch or whatever you call that damn watch that people used to have hanging out their pocket in their coat or whatever. You take it out like this, like, you know what I'm talking about, pocket watch. Okay, so this could be, but like I said, when people were going back over there or starting to say, oh, we can vote now, they were giving up some type of rights. So that's kind of crazy, because I think at the same time you can look at it like this: if these people are coming over, you can't, okay, you can't vote, okay, get married to somebody that got ties here, which you can vote. If that person end up missing or dead or unavailable within a year or two, then boom, somebody don't like, they like, you stupid. Because these people might know about suitors that's coming to Colombia or America, looking at nobody. If they think they got somebody down, which they don't, they're not coming with a fair thing. You didn't wait this long and do all this shit or whatever, try to bring a tower that's about to come back on your goofy ass for this. This is people, oh, hey, every Egyptians or whatever and shit like this. And these people is thinking about an agenda or something that somebody was pushing, esoteric knowledge or something like this, some shit that they done learned that sound cute. They're not talking about the nation here moving forward. If you're talking about, hey, Egyptians, most people is not having signs on their wall saying we're Egyptian and shit like this. But these niggas, okay, that shit is in the past. Yes, there's shit that's rising up in people's DNA that got them acting a damn fool, or people that conjured up things, you know what I'm saying, in some of these group efforts or something like this to try to bring out that type of energy or that essence. But at the same time, yes, the Egyptian culture is tied into Washington D.C. and shit like this, and other states, and the crest for these states and stuff like this. Okay, well, we're here today now. Okay, nobody's living in a fucking pyramid. Okay, and if we think back, you talk about American history being a lie. A lot of this shit that these people is reading in Egyptology, same thing. It's the same thing. Dr. York and them wrote those papers and shit. This is what people, emphasize on or something. But again, these could have been the same people that was like, oh, we're not going away like that. And again, them and their children are here today stirring up this same shit. When shit crumbles, they'll be okay. A lot of niggas like to trash shit, but when it comes to building it back up, they didn't think that far along. Also, somebody trying to misconstrue, well, it was your idea. No, it wasn't. I would have never. How you gonna? That's what you get by trying to take somebody's idea and leave them, or the true them, the one that has the one that's fighting for this particular thing that you want. That's what you get by trying to take something on your own and do it. And then now you get to a certain point, you can't get over that hump, and you done left this nigga out, so you can't even go back to this person to try to see what they think about moving forward, unless you try to kidnap them or trap them and get them to do something like continue to speak. If they don't speak, you're going to do what the fuck you want to do and ruin it some more. If they do speak, they giving you the free will to go ahead and do something. You're going to take that information, you're going to fuck it up and do it your own way anyways, because you don't listen. So we got the Five of Pentacles here. Again, in the reverse, somebody could have tried to cut down some kind of tree. This could be like the cherry tree. Like, I don't forget who said that, who cut down the cherry tree. It's like a big old thick tree. This giving me like the Westworld energy as well, a little bit. But I'm guessing nobody, because it's in reverse. These or was saying stuff or putting their foot on somebody to see what the damage is. Okay. This could also be these people trying to fight so that they don't get kicked out of the government or these positions, because they were supposed to be protecting someone or something and you didn't. So you getting fired. You don't have these positions no more. Go around and do something else. Okay. You're just ruining stuff. All right. So this could be something about, like I said, this family tree. What these bad people did may not affect this tree. The righteous one or ones that's on this tree. This could be like the tree of life. Somebody tried to cut down the fucking tree of life. for some silver bells. Somebody's name be Bell. Saved by the Bell. All right. Something could be backfiring on these people with the Eight of Wands. Could be trying to inseminate somebody here. All right. There's also people that have been watching from the sidelines or the background, but they're looking like, oh, whatever we've been able to build back here, bitch, you can't talk to me, I'm like that, or something like this. But nigga, you was sitting next to you betrayed me as the son or the king or the emperor or the person that even you took my ideas and stuff like this, you know. Like, what do you mean? You was the same nigga that was sitting next to me in high school. Like, I don't know why these people are trying to act like we're gods from another planet and here we're headed to. Move that piece of hair out the way, nigga. You was sitting next to me in the 8th grade. Stop. We got this beaver or this otter energy here. All right, this could be this Mommy Watson energy. That's in reverse with the 5 of Wands here. It could be a tidal wave, or it's something about somebody's title, the title to something. Shit, if some of these people are calling us cars, or you or somebody else, somebody can have the title to a car or the deed or to a house or something like this. 5 of Wands. But this person about to get, this could be a second death for somebody to get flooded out again. Like I told you, some of these entities that we're fighting against are the spirit of like whoever really could have passed away with Trayvon Martin or Emmett Till, not the image or something. Some of these people could be, what I was hearing is like towns with superheroes and stuff like this, or stars or gods or star seeds or whatever like this. So you could have grew up around, you're not realizing until now, once you take a second look at people, see you, since you done seen on the other side of the mirror, now you're like, oh, we was the kids of like the geniuses like Albert Einstein, or they brought like a part of them back in us, or oh, you know, this is a village where chieftain, Indian chiefs, or you know, something like this, or oh, stars. That's why a lot of people I went to school with look like celebrities and stuff from the 80s or something like this. You know, oh, we're the children or the product of most people that got sent to this area. These was like civil rights movements after their claws didn't work. Got sent back into, they got dropped down, and then, you know, got their eagle on and started trying to see what they could do to tear down the government or something like this over the past 20 to 30 years. Fuck the fact that they telling us about a prophecy that there's a child coming. We need to all invest in that child and raise that child up. No, I want it to be my child. Sarah looked better than her. Rebecca is skinnier than her. Megan is this and that. Megan already over here. Megan's hair is longer. You know, what this is. Remember that girl? She used to be fast when she was little. You know, something like this. All right. So we got the lovers here with the Scorpio. And like I said, it doesn't matter about anything that we're picking up on this channel, anybody else's channel. These parents or these people were wrong. And parents and elders, they talk about wicked elders and stuff that's put to shame or put to death in the Bible too. But the church don't tell us about that. It only says if a child raise up their hand against their parent. So somebody could be trying to take me or you to the parents' house, stone them, or they already did in the past or something like this. But the parents was trying to kill the child. And some of these ain't even your real parents. So you got the right for self-defense to lay somebody waste and run up out the door if they keeping you trapped. Knock them in the head, possibly. It's just hard to, the more advanced you are, the more advanced the technology and the people or the weapons of mass destruction, which could be also people around you, are. So people like, oh, I walk it like I talk it. I did this and I did that. Your demons, and again, some people are fighting demons that's not even theirs. Your obstacles ain't shit like mine. That's why you get to embrace them and challenge them and hurdle over them every day, because they're not the same. It's not even on the same caliber. All right. So we got the Poppy Bearer energy here in reverse, the polar bear, and the child in reverse. There was about 10 of these people that could have produced seed from me that really shared a bond with me, whether I know it or not. And they wanted to be these baby daddies or something. But I don't know, somebody could have found out who these people are. They could be trying to kill these children. I was seeing that. I'm really upset with the situation when I seen about Boosie, because I'm seeing that this person got a child and that child kind of favors me, right? But I'm seeing that Jay Prince is looking for Boosie and saying he about to be dead or something. Allegedly. Because a lot of this shit is alleged now. I'm telling you, is alleged. Could be people trying to sweep shit in there and, something like this. But like I said, this is like for people to get into some type of sector or to have a child so they can get into some kind of arc or group or something like this. Okay. But this could be somebody that's like a crazed, jealous person. Or what I was picking up is the Jay Prince energy, the Party Next Door, the All Eternal, 50 Cent, whatever this is. Now they trying to shame 50 Cent a little bit. But these are all people that was heavy in my energy. All right. With the 50 energy, this could also be, yeah, I knew that you was this or whatever, but I wanted to be the man or something. And so, like I said, with that movie that they made, that low-key movie that they made about taking over the country, somebody could have knew that they was going to get me as the wife. But I'm looking at these people like, dude, but you might even be my cousin Tiffany, but they made a splice that's a boy. Like, they could have took some of these people and spliced them. So there's the girl version in the dark, and then they create a boy version to put out there. If you was born a boy, then they made a girl version and made her into like a celebrity or something. Like, I can't see it. I can't see it. But this could be a family dynamic, and because Moses done went against God, it gave them a higher point of view. And they had my children just shucking and jiving and making music with these niggas and moving with these niggas and getting killed one by one by these niggas, or being put down or cut off from the server, and they looking like, oh, sometimes I feel like a motherless child. You was following the crowd. You was following these motherfuckers. Because I'm telling you now, if they had a group of people and people like, I'll do anything for you, there's some of these kids that could even be from my spouse and other women that they was creating behind my back. And when I speak up and I say this shit is crazy, I didn't even know, like, what the fuck is this? What kind of world is this or whatever, that I'm finding out this late or something. Nobody's waiting to see what the understanding is. My concern could be that my husband never was with none of these women. He passed away. They killed this nigga and took his sacks out and started making babies off of his semen. This is a concern. Then there's a different thing that I had to be worried about, or what I would do, or something like this. He could have been a trust fund baby and got killed, and these women decided to use that as some kind of idea to do that instead of me just getting the fund because I was married to this person. You get what I'm saying? It's different things here, and I feel like people they don't care when it comes to this money. They don't really care. So when I speak up or I say something, then I don't really care either. You get what I'm saying? So even if I found out that this is the way that things go, I would be like, oh, well, that's pretty kind of cool or whatever. And my person was all on board with it, and it wasn't a secret. I was in tune and know that this is what these niggas was doing. You know what I'm saying? And I'd be like, oh, he kind of cute or whatever. That's the kids that you had with that lady. Oh, he remind me of you when you was little or something like this. Just to look at it at a different point of view. But you trying to tell me that these people is trying to hurt me or stop me or something like this, and I'm the main female, I'm the mother of this shit, and the father took something from me, and this is how y'all got in the gate, and this is how you gonna treat me. You understand? So it's something like that. Just because and like, how can you explain a way that you didn't know that I didn't know? See, because this man could have been gone a long time ago, a part of a cult or something, and these people spread this seed or whatever. That's a problem of mine. That's my business. That's my business. If my spouse died in my family's hands or a community, and they never told me, and you were creating seed with other women off of my man, those are my children, nigga. I'm the main female marriage person. What are you doing? All right. So I was watching some movie, a crime show about a girl named Linda. She said she was 13. I don't think you could get married at 13. But I think she said she was 13 when she was married to this masculine. So somebody could be trying to make it on the table that a certain masculine was not. Married to me first. They was married to them first and then got a divorce after a couple months or something like this. Or somebody's lying about this. Somebody could have been dating this dude or something like this before I came along. But I'm the one that got him to get married to me. It's something like this. But if this is this Linda energy or this Linda like tarot or something like this, I don't know. Somebody on some funny shit. You get what I'm saying? Somebody on some funny shit. 10 of Cups. Something about the animal kingdom being restored here. All these animal semen in the secreticity, you know what I'm saying, okay? So maybe the wolves and stuff that was just taking over all this time, and all the animals was hiding, and now everybody's coming out like together again or something. Synchronicity. That's what I meant to say. But we got the lovers in reverse. This could be the Scorpio and Scorpio. I think my mom and my dad might be Scorpio. I could be lying, but I thought that could be the case. All right. And then I was hearing about that bull creature or something dad that God would not let on the ark. Somebody could be trying to make you or me be this person. But I was also seeing some footage today. A lot of African footage was coming through my feed. And I was seeing something about this African dude, and he's like, what kind of people are you? You come here and you dig up these things and you poison our water or something. You know, like they're trying to say Africa trying to combat back. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, America, you want to talk shit about us, or you want to be concerned about the children that we might be keeping over here? Let's say this, but I just don't really remember America being that invested. Now, there might be private investors, then go ahead and say that. But don't call it the Westerners. Because you don't say nothing to China. You're not saying nothing to Russia. And they over there with you. Everybody always want to say something about the Westerners, but, you know, this is not, this could be private firms and stuff like this, but it's not nothing that we see on the news every day that's making our shit move. You understand? And I can say that Africa do the same thing. Like I told you before, go back and research slavery. Africans started selling Africans first. Africans started slavery. They started the slave trade. And then Britain and the Dutch and shit started getting into it too. Just like the people in our communities was the ones selling us out to the industry secretly in the dark world, or the dark child energy. They don't want to admit, because black people come around and say, oh, people always stealing our stuff or something. Yeah, you might got rhythm, but nowadays white people got rhythm, Chinese people got rhythm. Bitch, it's some Chinese that'll walk your motherfucking ass, moonwalk your ass off the stage. You understand what I'm saying with the mimicry? So then you have to ask yourself, because I know that there's something different about me, and I feel captured by my own people secretly. I feel like a zoo. When we talk about the human zoos back in the day, in the 1900s and shit like this, that's what I feel like today. Sarah Bartman, black men trying to see what women doing, or what woman they can get into a corral, or say, bitch, you belong to me, like sending you telepathic messages or something like this. These Israelites, these fucking people or whatever like this is, and it's never, I'm not that pedigree. It's never going to happen. You will be doing something illegal to claim me. So it don't have nothing to do with that, because they're not really slandering Hispanic women, if they're even watching Caucasian women, or slandering or whistling at. You get what I'm saying? Caucasian women or white women. This could have been also somebody recording high level, or women of seniority or purity, or royals or something, some with the whistling at that Emmett Till was doing. These people could have been doing this like, I know what to do. They won't see me. I will, you know, do this or something like this to these white people, think they all that or something. I will stain one of them and get them dirty or filthy. Or what is the other one? Tulsa. What we built something or whatever, and then y'all burned it. Well, if black people, even the black people in America, if we was that capable, why didn't you build something else in the physical like that? So this means that back then, these people could have been talking about on the esoteric or on this level as well. And when we talking about the boy that was on the elevator, since there was at least elevators being advanced or used, or that type of technology was being used, right? When that girl said that man was touching her on the elevator, that could be written that way, but what we're really talking about is somebody going in somebody's dreams or something like this. You get what I'm saying? Or trying to poke at somebody you know, in the spiritual, or when you're in your north node, or when you're in a higher consciousness, somebody tormenting you on that level. We all, well, some of us that have been targeted, we've experienced it. So to say that they didn't have this shit 50, 70, 100 years ago, I can't say that. I think that they could have. All right. So what we're talking about here, yes, they painted the picture, they put it in a newspaper like that, but again, there was also people that was Gnostics and other people that was hidden, that this is the way they have to do it. Everything fake. So when a motherfucker come out within the next 100 years talking real shit, you got to get somebody else to remix it and say, oh, somebody touched somebody on the elevator or raped the lady on the elevator. This could be somebody raping you in your mind every night. You keep having these tormenting dreams about some man penetrating you, or a dog or something. I think I had a dream the other day where it was like a dog or something was like getting like getting in heat, like walking around me or something. Like it didn't want to bite me, it wanted something else. Do you understand? Queen of Wands. It didn't want to bite me, it liked me. Not like, oh, do you want to be my owner? But it liked me. All right. So there's other women that's conjuring up, doing conjure spells as well. Doing conjure spells in order to conjure this energy towards you, and have Legba and these other people coming at you for some type of agreement, or your fetuses or something like this, and you never made these deals. It could have been all the time this Mommy Watson energy, or this Queen of Cups, or this whale energy, or somebody from this whales group. Okay. And now somebody want to pay you something, or pay something back, pay some money or something. And then we got the Fool card. Somebody, this wolf taking a leap of faith, just going off into possibly. Okay. So we got the lion and the wolf here, and we have the whale here. And we have the donkey or the ass in reverse. All right. This could be somebody that want 4 wives or something. They could be getting rid of somebody that got a big ass. Okay. Or at the ass or the donkey could also. You about to go somewhere? Also, you should ask somebody. I can't do that with my nail. Ask Nene. This could be somebody that want to do this again here. Oh, my foot! You about to fucking break my ankle.
I didn't know your foot.
Okay, I didn't know you was about to try to crush it in the fucking door. The fuck else you want me to say? I'm not mad at you. Just shocked me because you was going all the way with it. Shit. The Knight of Pentacles. I told these motherfuckers try to break my leg or something. So I can't, especially her, because she don't want me going nowhere. I can't go to the store without her calling me, and she in her mid-teens. God damn, y'all, my foot was about to be through. You understand what I'm saying? My foot about to be done. All right? So, anyway, this could be the devil in reverse, whoever this person is here. It's like, how dare a man think that it's anything that's attractive about you trying to get at a woman or corral a woman in like a fucking animal? Who told you I was a fucking animal and you was somebody because you got a microphone in front of your fucking mouth? You understand what I'm saying? And you know that you ain't the only one that's hounding this woman. I know I'm not the only woman that's being hounded like this. Okay, you know that you're not the only nigga that's hounding this woman like this. And if you had her before, you obviously don't have the power that you had with that person before. So now you got to get to the back of the line or something. But how dare you act like this? And then you sending other little rusty ass niggas that can't even have no chance forever, period, this person's way to bother somebody. Yeah, we got the Queen Bee here. All right. They want you without the Ace of Cups though. Or me. Okay, so somebody want the Queen Bee, but you got to get the nappy dugout. You understand? Where somebody want to fuck with your fight or flight, or your fight in general here. All right, so we got the World card with the Queen Bee, and then we got the Empress out here too. All right, but I still feel like this is going more towards radio. Let the radio play. Wendy Williams energy. Somebody could be like the next Wendy Williams or something, or this is what somebody is trying to reduce somebody to. I mean, maybe this is what they trying to make like a Mommy Watson energy into. But like I told you, I still look at myself as more like a brand that off of my brand, I know how to create other things, you know, like an Oprah or something like this. You know, Wendy is, you know, that. You know, her friends in her head. Somebody could be borrowing my friends in my head right now, and they're dealing with this person because the person is not being harsh with them, or they don't have to apologize, abolish, or something like this. Okay. But that's what I feel here. The Queen Bee is a world card, like an Oprah energy. Just like if you in the crafting world, you have Martha Stewart. Even though Martha Stewart, you know, her stuff was a little bit more classic and everything like this, one color, everything like this. Then you got people like Anna Griffin that came on with her beautiful, intricate designs and stuff like this, and blew a sector of the crafting. Or Tim Holtz or something. These are also like four of Pentacles. I mean, the eighth, Queen of Pentacles, King of Pentacles. You know, Queen of Wands, King of Wands. But in because Martha Stewart's already a brand on some TV, well, not a TV show. Well, she did that little thing with what's called it later on, but cooking utensils, like there's all different elements of her. Oprah, her magazine, her channel, I mean, her network, all these other things here. It's almost like this is what I'm saying. These people excuse themselves by ripping everything from you and then making you go and sign a contract to become some kind of world energy like this or something like this, and not supposed to work like that. All right. Somebody wants you to talk about something, you know, something else here. Possibly. King of Pentacles. I didn't know that this was, we're talking about changing the world. I didn't know that this was a tryout for a fucking, you know, spot to sit on somebody's couch and talk about something that is not even that important at this particular time with the state of things. We got a King of Pentacles that's in reverse with this Ace of Wands. Because I feel like whatever these people was, it was underground shit. It was dirty stuff that they've been invested in with the power of the throne or with the power of the White House or something over the past 20 years. They were building darkness. They weren't, you know, they weren't building up the economy or on the merchant scale. They were dabbling in something else here. Give me my remote control, bud. Why are you stealing my remote control out the house? And we got this injustice because of it here. Somebody, the spiritual Sag energy could have had somebody under this weight or something. The weight of something here. All right. And now somebody's lifted up this something here. I don't know what these people have to do with this. These could be fake parents or something. What? What you want from me? Oh, Goose. Oh, you look so... Hold on. You look so pretty. You going at your school?
No. Yeah.